They say if you hear a woman crying late at night, do not follow the sound, because by the time you realize where it's coming from, it's already too late. Across Mexico and parts of Latin America, parents warn their children about a spirit known as La Llorona, the weeping woman. Her legend has been passed down for centuries, whispered near rivers, lakes, and lonely roads after dark. The story begins with sorrow. Long ago, there was a woman who loved her children more than anything. But when the man she loved abandoned her, grief and rage consumed her. In a moment of madness, she did the unthinkable. She drowned her own children in a river. The moment she realized what she had done, she screamed so loudly that people said the earth itself went silent. Overcome with guilt, she threw herself into the water after them. But death did not give her peace. Instead, her soul was cursed to wander the earth forever, searching for the children she murdered. Now, she walks near rivers and canals, dressed in white, her face hidden, crying out the same haunting words over and over again. Mis Hios, Mis Hios, my children, my children. People who claim to have seen La Llorona say she appears late at night, her cries echoing through the darkness. At first, her sobs sound distant, sad, almost beautiful. But the closer she is, the quieter the crying becomes. And that's when you should be most afraid. One man from a small village swore he followed the sound of a crying woman to the riverbank. He thought someone needed help. As he stepped closer, the crying stopped. The air turned cold, and standing by the water was a woman in a white dress, floating slightly above the ground. When she turned toward him, her face was empty, hollow eyes, stretched mouth, twisted in grief. He ran and never returned to that village again. There are darker versions of the legend. Some say La Llorona mistakes other children for her own and drags them into the water. Others believe if she hears a child crying at night, she comes to take them. Parents still warn their kids not to wander near rivers after sunset, not because of the water, but because of what waits beside it. Modern sightings haven't stopped. People report hearing her cries near highways, canals, and even city streets. Police officers have dismissed calls about a woman screaming near the river, only to find nothing there, except wet footprints leading into the water, and none coming back out. The most terrifying part? Those who hear La Llorona more than once say she follows you. The crying starts closer each night, until one night, it stops right outside your door. So if you ever hear a woman crying in the distance, no matter how sad it sounds, do not answer. Do not follow. And whatever you do, don't let your children near the water. If you want more terrifying urban legends like this, stories passed down for generations and whispered in the dark, stay with me, because the next one is even more disturbing.